Okay, back in Lulu's garage, and we are going to kind of do a recap of this antique hardware auction that I've been showing you how we sort things and determine what's what. So here's everything. Now I pulled out all the stuff from those other boxes because I didn't want to bore you with that. And this is what was in those other boxes. Not very much. Anyway, look at all this. Look at all this crapola. Okay? So we have all of that. We have all of this. We have all of this. We have all the black and white knobs. Then we have there's a whole box of stuff that's going to the thrift store. So here's the good stuff here. Here's the good stuff. Okay? This is the good stuff. And everything else after this drops down to mediocre. Okay? Not quite, but we'll look at it. So I pulled all this stuff out. They went all these shined up knobs, some in pairs, some single. I pulled all that stuff out. So I set all this up. Sometimes they had plates with them. That's a nice thing to have. And then we have this group here. This is the next best group. But these, some of these are okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then you have this bunch here, which is like basically like an entry and a passage. And I just always put those two together in my auction. That's a pair. This is the entry passage size. This is all Mallory Wheeler stuff over here. And then we had these guys and all these decorated porcelain knobs. So that's what we have for this entire consignment, okay? And so this is what we were saying from the beginning. If you take 20% of the whole thing, okay, that is going to represent 80% of the value. So what do you think? What are you going to give me for that table full of stuff? Hey, I'll throw in this table full of stuff, okay? What do you give me? Basically nothing, okay? So I did some math here, and overall, we have approximately 300 pieces of stuff. Now that number is a little wonky because I'm not even really counting the stuff that's in that box over there. Okay, but just to make numbers a little easier. So we have 300 individual pieces of hardware. You know, I'm not counting this, each one of these is one, counting every lock is one, but hey, that's what you have to do. That's what we have. So what is 1/5 of 300? 60, right? So 1/5, 20% is 60. So you take the top 60 out of the 300, that's going to be 80% of the whole auction. I mean, are you doubting me? I hope not. Well, what are we looking at here? Right here, we're looking at about 44, 45 pieces, okay? This is the meat, okay, out of the 300. So technically, what we could do, spin over here real quick, I could go over here and here, because I could, at 45, I need 60. I could take the best 15 out of here. But let's say I just take 10, just because I'm a nice guy. What do we think? Well, I'm thinking this one there. Thinking we're going up the road here. Oh yeah, I didn't show you this. You know why this is a problem? Forgot to mention it. The dreaded Chicago shank, Niles Hardware. So when you find a doorknob with that kind of a shank, that's a real negative, okay? But I'm gonna take this guy. I'm going to take this guy because I'm pretty sure that's the city of San Francisco, and that one is in super condition. That gives me 1, 2, 3. Gonna go up here. I mean, you gotta take the Lions back. Okay, that's like 5. I probably should take that guy. I should probably take this plate because it's probably gonna bring. It should bring 70, $80. Might bring $1.25. You never know. And how many do we have here? I'm just cannibalizing this group. Coming down here, look at this. And, oh my God, there's the Stevens doorknob. No, not taking that one. What is this? This is the old schooner. Yeah, this is, I forget, the Bowery Bank or something like that. That's pretty cool. I'll put that in there. How many do we have here in the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I can snag 2 more. What do we think? 2 more. They're going to bring the money. Where's the money on this bunch of doorknobs here? I'm looking off to the side. I don't know here. The thing about this thing is it's rough. It's rough, okay? That's why I'm leaving it here. This thing, I'll put it over there because it has the rosettes and there's 2 of them. And this, I guess I got to do this night here because it's all these education ones. I'm going to leave them here because, kind of do some. Education is kind of a separate department. I have a bunch of them. Oh, no, okay, yeah. So there you go. That's it. That's it. So now this is what we're left with over here. Okay. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, I just picked the 10 best off of this table. Okay, so I added those to this board here. Okay, and then we have this board here. So really, we have fewer than 60. But, just to make round numbers, easy calculations, let's pretend we have 60 here. So we can take 20% of those. Okay, 20% of 60. What does that equal? That equals 12. So I can pull 12 pieces of hardware off of these 2 boards, okay? And those 12 pieces, now the way the formula works, it should be over 60% of the total sale value. Hey, let's say those 12 bring 50% of the total sale value. I mean, how would that be? Okay, so let's pick the top 12. Well, you have to go with this guy for sure, right? That one, I'm just going to leave that there. And you have to go with this because that's pretty damn good right there. Okay, so we go with those 2 right there. I have 10. Oh man, you got to go with this one too. All right, 9. Okay, come over here. 9. For sure. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Oh man, I'm gonna go for that guy, but with that damage, I don't know. 4. 4, 4, 4. Oh yeah, 3. I think it should be this one. I really do. But it's a little worn. I don't know if people appreciate it or not. We're going to find out. 3. That should be 1, 2. And what are we doing here? I'm going with number 1, 5th Avenue. Because of all the stuff here, we've seen everything else in my auctions lately. Maybe not that lion up there. We haven't seen that one lately. Certainly haven't seen that guy, but the damage is, that's just a hurt. Haven't seen him, but I never liked him. Anyway, we don't know about that so much. I mean, this is a great knob, but it's not. The design is like you have to care about what it stands for, and that's damn good. But I can't pick that. I just rejected it in the first batch. I could, but I didn't. And this isn't bad. So here we go. So let's see what we have. Okay, here we go. So this is what we're looking at. We have R&E, the Setter. We have the Big Cruising Lion. We have the Wedgwood by Yale. We have this Footed Shank Lion knob, which might be Hopkins and Dickinson, might be Mallory Wheeler, not sure. We have Crow County. We have R&E Dog, number 1 Fifth Avenue. We have the Bluebirds. And we have the Department of War, okay? And then we have over here, we have 3 outstanding door handles, okay? This one, that's R&E. They did some great stuff. I think this is R&E also, I believe. Early, check that. This, people don't appreciate this, but I'm putting it in there because that is a good one. And then we have this monstrosity there, okay? So there we go. So check this out. We'll make a mental note, and when the auction's over, we'll total up and see if these 12 items equal half of the sale. That's what we think is going to happen. So we'll find out. You know what? I realized I just screwed up. So I'm gonna revise and extend my remarks because I just saw something here that has to go in the main pile. This baby right there. Okay, I'm taking that. So now we have 13 items. Okay, but man, I'm not sticking with the number 13 because I never liked that number, and so we're gonna go with 14. So that's a little. All right, I'm pushing it, but let's find out. I'm going with this guy right there. Okay, so instead of 12, we have 14 items. But really, if you did the math, and I did the real math, I'd add in, because I didn't add in all those items I'm tossing, and I didn't really add, I don't think I added in, it was like 20 or 30, all this stuff here, I don't think I added that into the original 300. I know I didn't, because I came up with like 375 pieces to begin with. So basically, you have to count all that in, the guy sends you the collection, sell my collection. Well, what are you going to do with this stuff? All you can do is what you're looking at here, separate it out, put it in big lots, stick it in a sale, and you hope that this group here and this group here, okay? So don't forget, this group, we're saying this and those handles, we're thinking it's going to bring more than 50%, okay? But if you take this group and this group here, and you're not even going to take all of these guys, you're only going to take a couple of those up there, okay? But you're going to take those push plates up there and those hinges, okay? Anyway, when you look at that group, and this group, okay, that's going to be 80% of the sale, okay? So right here, I'm just swinging my camera. We're looking at 80% of the value of this collection is like right there. And the rest of this stuff, all this, all that, and all this, okay? All this, and these guys underneath, all that stuff. 20% of the sale, okay? So you can see when it comes to collecting, I mean, you have fun doing it, you enjoy it, but when it comes time to divest, move it along, deaccession, as they say, then, serious buyers, this is all they want. They don't want the rest of it. What are you going to do with it? You can give it to me and ask me to do something with it. But that's why if somebody sends me photos of a collection, that's what I look at. And then, if you don't have a bunch of this stuff in there, I can't sell it for you because there's nothing to sell. Okay? So you have to have these good items, and then people will come in, they'll bid on this stuff, and then what the heck, they'll bid on the other stuff as well. So that's the way it goes, folks. It's called reality. But anyway, it'll be fun to see, and we'll track these the mighty 14 and see how they do.